Hey there, I'm Kevin Downey and I run a boutique agency called Kevin M. Downey where we help B2B companies with their sales and marketing efforts. You can visit our website at kevinmdowney.com. All right, final video in my 16 rules for B2B sales, marketing, and business development. Rule number 16, hire salespeople to sell. Right, so you're wondering, well, what am I talking about here? Well, go back to rule number 3. I talk about driving leads first. This is very much the same thing. In 2023, the simple fact of the matter is it is too hard to do cold outreach successfully with sales reps that you hire in the United States that are making $50, $75, $125, $150,000 base compensations. They're not going to get a hold of enough people in the course of a day to justify them doing that cold outreach. Now, an exception to that rule is obviously, like I talked about in that other video, is if you got a mid-market or enterprise company, they want to invest a year's worth of compensation into building a rep in a territory, and they're going to go do their own cold outreach, boots on the ground to develop their business, their book, whatever, their account base. That makes sense, but you're talking a full year's worth of compensation before the company, typically using fuzzy math and looking at our clients historically, it's going to be a full year before the company starts getting any ROI out of that, right? Before they're even to break even. So very difficult, especially in small businesses, to justify doing that from a fiscal perspective. I would much rather you use your dollars to drive inbound leads first. Drive leads, move them through a process to sales calls, right, with salespeople. And your salespeople are scheduled on calls all day, every day, right? That is the way you build the model in a modern business development or sales development process for B2B. Is have your salespeople sell, and they only sell. Drive leads first, right? Process, move them to a sales call, and those salespeople are doing sales calls, right? Now, if they're an account executive, account manager, and they start building a book of business off those calls that they have to maintain a relationship with, where they keep selling to those people, then obviously they have to reach out to those customers on a monthly basis, hopefully, to maintain communication, check to see if there's need, so on and so forth, right? They might be on the road, they might be on the phone or remote. Doesn't really matter. That's perfectly fine. But what I don't want you to do as a company is invest in U.S. sales reps at those salaries to do cold outreach. It's just not effective enough anymore, right? You've got to find and drive, like I said in the other video, you've got to drive leads first, and your salespeople need to be selling. They need to be scheduled every day as much as possible with sales calls. They can follow up with their post calls, right? They do a post call follow up, somebody they've sent a proposal to, all that stuff, that's all part of the sales process. But otherwise, I want them scheduled on sales calls every single day. So remember, Rule 16, hire your salespeople to sell.